Welcome to the USO Las Vegas. This is our Terminal 1 center at McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. This is the entry lobby of the Terminal 1 center. Denny here is one of our great volunteers that happens to be working the shift today while we're doing this video shoot. This is the main part of our Terminal 1 lounge. Straight ahead here we have a couple of computer terminals with internet access, so people can use that to email, print boarding passes, do whatever they need to do on the computers. This is our canteen area. We have a variety of snacks and beverages, coffee for people to have. Everything that we do in the USO is free to the troops and their families. It's all supported by our donors. We also have a TV lounge back in the back here that's actually usually used for sleeping.
So give me an idea of what the USO does here in Nevada.
Okay.
And in terms of what I'm thinking of, in terms of you need volunteers, and so therefore what kind of activities do you do here that they might participate in?
Sure. Yeah, well, we rely on our volunteers. We have about 250 volunteers that do all sorts of services for our troops here. Mm-hmm. So if they're serving in one of our centers, whether it's the Airport Center or Creech Air Force Base, their job is really to make the troops and their families comfortable when they come through our center, to chat with them, tell stories with them, share stories with them, provide food and drinks that we provide, or sometimes just leave them alone and give them a wake-up call when it's time to catch their flight. It really depends on the individual needs of the service member.
The reason I came here is because typically they really warm welcoming, free food for military members, and it's a really nice area to just relax and stuff like that. So
it's when you come in, it's very welcoming. Everyone's always really polite. They always ask you, can they get you anything? So I think it just makes a big deal because just being in the service, that's one thing. It's always really nice to see when people actually show that they care about you. So I think it really goes a long way.
Many of the friendly volunteers at the USO Las Vegas centers are military veterans themselves, and they take great pride in what they do.
This is the USO that was voted best in the world a couple of years ago, and before that, the best in the US. I think the volunteers are carefully screened, and they care. That's the key. You don't just come here to waste time. You sit and talk to the people and make fun with them, make jokes, or not. And if they just want to take a little walk and so we do that. We do that. And we're here for them, especially the families that come here for the wounded warriors. So when they get off the plane, we're at the gate with flags and, kinds of things to show them that we care, and especially for the families of the fallen. That's important. When I leave here, I feel like I did something. I did something. I served the country, and I was in the reserves for a long time, active duty in Germany, and it just feels that I should be doing it. That's the key.
We also, in addition to our centers, do about 15 programs a month out in the community.
One of the outreach events the USO Las Vegas does each month is a deployed family dinner, where families of military personnel who are currently deployed can come together to enjoy a meal and the company of other military families.
We also do barbecues to support different squadrons or units, and our volunteers do all the barbecuing. We do holiday programming especially around the fall and around December. We have a lot of different holiday programs, and again, our volunteers are very, very active in either preparing the food, serving the food, interacting with the troops. You've talked to some of our volunteers, and they really love what they do here. Most of our volunteers, once they're volunteers here, serve for many years. We don't have a lot that come and do it for a few months and leave. This is something once they walk through the door they really like, and they tend to stay.
Hi, my name is Craig Smith. I'm a resident of Sun City Anthem. I've been volunteering down here at the USO for a little over a year. Thoroughly enjoy meeting all the young folks and all the folks that actually travel through our USO Center here in Las Vegas. So it's a great opportunity. If you're thinking about volunteering and you want to do a great job for something, this is the place to be.
Well, if somebody wishes to volunteer, how do they do it? Is there a process?
Yeah, the easiest way is to go to volunteers.uso.org, and then you'll select Las Vegas when you get in there. That information will come to us. Deborah is our volunteer coordinator, and then she will contact that person and find out their availability, what they're interested in doing, and then they'll determine if how they'd like to volunteer.
These deployed family dinners and other USO Las Vegas outreach events are just as rewarding for the volunteers as they are for the families they serve.
This segment is to honor the U.S. troops who do such a great job protecting our country and keeping us safe. Helen Lieblein, SCA-Tv, Anthem Alive.